Unit ready.
Comrade, affirmative. Waiting orders. Waiting orders. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Waiting orders.
Yes, sir.
Comrade, yes, sir.
Awaiting orders.
Reporting.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Silos needed. Repairing. Silos needed. Our base is under attack. Unit repaired.
Reporting. Acknowledged.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Repairing. Silos needed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Silos needed. Building.
Awaiting
Unit
orders.
prepared.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Unit ready. Silos
Vehicle
needed.
reporting. Acknowledged.
Comrade,
Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Mission saved.
Now I should be ready to attack.
Affirmative.
Base.
Affirmative.
Silos needed.
comrade.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Okay, let's go.
Mission saved.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Silos needed.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Silos needed.
Acknowledge. Affirmative. Reporting.
Acknowledged.
Mission saved.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. 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 Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged.
Silos
Affirmative.
needed. A bomb detected.
Waiting order. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Silos needed. Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Our
Affirmative.
base is under attack.
Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Silos needed.
Waiting order. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Awaiting order. Acknowledged.
Silence needed.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Comrade, affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged.
Building. Silence
Yes, sir.
needed.
Affirmative.
Unit lost. Unit lost.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Comrade. Affirmative. Yes,
Unit
sir.
lost. Unable to comply. Building orders.
Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. 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 Ready and waiting. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit lost.
Acknowledge.
Silence
Affirmative.
needed.
Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Unit lost.
Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged.
Silence needed. Silence
Yes, sir.
needed.
Affirmative. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Unit lost. Building. Unable to comply.
Yes, sir.
Building in
Acknowledged.
progress. Unit lost.
Affirmative. Reporting. Affirmative. Reporting. Acknowledged. Affirmative. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Acknowledged.
Select target. Silence needed. Objective met.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledged. Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Waiting for acknowledged. Reporting.
Lost.
Comrade,
Unit
yes, sir.
lost. Silence needed. Building. Silence needed. Our base is under attack. Unit ready. Building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Spy
Yes, sir.
ready. Unit ready.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. Waiting order. Acknowledge. 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 Acknowledge.
Insufficient funds.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Reporting. Affirmative. Acknowledge. Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Awaiting orders.
Acknowledged.
Reporting. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Reporting. Acknowledged. Vehicle reporting. Acknowledged. Awaiting orders. Reporting. Affirmative. Vehicle reporting.
On hold. Cancel.
Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building. On hold. Cancel.
Vehicle reporting.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Comrade,
Unit ready.
acknowledged. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders.
Building.
Yes, sir. Acknowledged. Reporting. Acknowledged. Vehicle report. Acknowledged. Affirmative. 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 Acknowledged. Affirmative.
Unit ready.
Affirmative. Affirmative.
Building.
Affirmative. 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 Acknowledge. Affirmative. Affirmative.
Insufficient
Affirmative.
funds.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Yes, sir.
Acknowledge.
Waiting order. Affirmative.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders.
Affirmative. Waiting order.
Unit ready.
Acknowledge. Reporting. Acknowledge. Acknowledge.
Yes, sir. Affirmative.
Yes, sir. Acknowledge. Yes, sir.
Acknowledged.
Building.
Affirmative. Affirmative. Yes, sir.
Comrade,
Reporting.
Unit
waiting
ready.
order.
Building.
Yes, affirmative. Acknowledged.
Yes, sir. Affirmative. Affirmative.